It's summer and the heat is on. The best place to cool off is at the beach. Lucky for us, we live on an island, so there are numerous options. Between the pages today, we take you swimming out west to a popular beach trip spot. Plus, are you a spouse? You'll find out if you qualify to benefit from your spouse's estate if he or she passes. Hi, welcome to this edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkins, and all that and more coming up. Stay with us.
Long time to go down to HAJ, but start up payment them, you know. Oh, and the construction of a mass like them a go. Me can't live like this no more. Me not bother wait. Me a go down to HAJ today, go get me title straight.
Residents of former Operation Pride communities, pay, don't wait. Get your title straight. Contact the Housing Agency of Jamaica.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, July 3. The energy portfolio will rest in the office of the Prime Minister as of tomorrow. That's among 6 key decisions taken by Cabinet to resolve issues at the state-owned oil refinery Petrojam. Former Energy Minister Andrew Wheatley will retain oversight for the science and technology portfolios. The Office of the Prime Minister says the portfolio transfer was made in the interest of transparency in light of ongoing investigations into the refinery's operations. Following Cabinet's review of a report from Petrojam, it was agreed that the oil refinery requires a strategic and management review of its operations. A look at Petrojam's long-term commercial viability and role in Jamaica's energy security will also be undertaken. Resulting from the issues at Petrojam, the Ministry of Finance has also been instructed to develop uniformed regulations for public bodies relating to donations and corporate social responsibility. Public bodies will be prohibited from entering into sole source retainer contracts without the prior approval of Cabinet. Overseas travel of board chairmen or board members must receive prior approval of the minister. And the residential status of all persons nominated to boards must be stated in the Cabinet submission seeking approval for their appointment. A multi-year program is being set up to develop and produce commercially viable feature-length films in Jamaica. JAMPRO, the British Council, and the Jamaica Film and Television Association, JAFTA, will collaborate on the Film Lab. It will impact at least 30 participants, including writers, script editors, and producers. The project will include capacity building in script development, financing, and distribution. In-market visits will also be facilitated to build business relationships between the Jamaican and UK film industries. The final stage of the program is the production of selected feature-length films, which will be released in 2021. JAMPRO says participants will benefit from increased knowledge exchange through mentoring by local and international experts. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has launched a Training of Trainers workshop to increase the island's move to end child labour. At Monday's launch, Portfolio Minister Shahini Robinson said government was working at strengthening regional labour inspectors' capacity to identify victims of child labour.
Child labour and its attendant problems are an unacceptable reality, and through our combined efforts, we will continue to work to build a regional culture of prevention and elimination for child labour and occupational risks.
The workshop is an initiative of the International Labour Organization and Brazil's South-South Corporation, which was established to identify common areas of need in the region. More than 50 youngsters who were recent wards of the state have received life skills and empowerment training to help them transition and take charge of their lives. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, hosted a seminar for the youngsters on Friday as part of its Transitional Living program. The event was held at the Chinese Benevolent Association and targeted young men and women 18 years and older. Speakers shared details on safe sex, grooming, economic food preparation, social graces, etiquette, resume writing, and job readiness. CEO of the CPFSA, Rosalie Gage Gray, says the agency will continue to equip youngsters under its care with the skills for independent living.
This event is to share knowledge, experience, and insight to help you in overcoming your personal challenges and limitations, and inspires you towards the life you desire and deserve. A life of greater purpose, free of fear, and full of abundance.
Over 70 youngsters pursuing tertiary studies are a part of the agency's Transitional Living Program. The Empowerment Seminar is to be an annual event. Decisions taken by delegates attending the 39th regular meeting of the CARICOM Heads of Government Conference in Montego Bay will be communicated to the public following the event. This was disclosed by CARICOM's Secretary General, Ambassador Erwin LaRocque, during a press conference at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel yesterday. He says CARICOM recognizes that there is need for more information dissemination and more data on what the leaders are doing.
This meeting of the heads of government, sometime afterwards, I can't say immediately after the meeting, we intend to publish the decisions of the heads of government. And that's a start in being more transparent in terms of what the heads have decided going forward. And I think we'll continue in that.
He says this move is also in a bid to engage more young persons in developments pertaining to CARICOM. The meeting of the CARICOM heads will be held from July 4 to 6. It will be hosted by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who assumed chairmanship of the conference on July 1. And finally, Jamaica will join a host of other countries from around the world to celebrate the Special Olympics International's 50th anniversary this year. Special Olympics Jamaica, which marks its 40th anniversary this year, will participate in several events organized by the international body. The first is a 4-day unified football tournament starting July 17 in Chicago in the United States. Jamaica is the only Caribbean country slated to participate. In March 2019, the global body will stage the Special World Games in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, to which Jamaica will be sending a 98-member delegation inclusive of 3 unified teams. More than 7,000 athletes from 172 countries will parade their talents before a global audience from March 14 to 21. As part of preparations for the Special World Games, over 600 local athletes participated in Special Olympics Jamaica's 35th Annual National Summer Games on June 29 and 30. State Minister of Sport Alando Terilong has commended the Games, organizers and volunteers for their tireless efforts in supporting persons with special needs.
Together we are stronger, giving every single Jamaican, irrespective of mental or physical disability, an opportunity to try. And so I want to say a very special thank you to the members of the Special Olympics team, to all the board members here, those who have come also from overseas. A very big thank you for everything that you do and everything that you will do to ensure that all of our athletes here in Jamaica, that they recognize that they're all special.
The Chase Fund has been the main sponsor of the Summer Games since 2004. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness had another busy week. Next, Mr. Holness's most important engagements during the past week.
Decisive action being taken on Petrojam. Enhanced security measures extended in St. Catherine North, and first batch of Jamaica National Service Corps receive certificate. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Prime Minister Andrew Holness promised that definitive actions are being taken to resolve issues at the state-run oil refinery Petrojam. Updating Parliament Tuesday, Mr. Holness said a number of agencies, including the Auditor General and MOCA, were carrying out their independent probe at Petrojam. While stressing that Cabinet has no say over the pace or findings of those probes, Mr. Holness says certain policy actions have been taken to ensure transparency and accountability.
Which is why, Mr. Speaker, we have decided to ask the Public Accountability Inspectorate to invest of the Ministry of Finance to investigate certain aspects that we didn't get clarity on and to do it quickly so that we can make the decisions, both policy and management decisions that have to be made.
The decision follows Monday's extensive cabinet meeting, which included a briefing from the Energy Ministry's Permanent Secretary and Petrojam's management team. Cabinet has also agreed to prepare policy directions for the new Petrojam board that was appointed on June 19.
To address the identified weaknesses in the governance and management of the entity and ensure that government policy and systems of accountability are implemented.
Prime Minister Holness says the Cabinet Office is finalizing the documentation of the decisions Cabinet has taken and will share that information with the public. And while in Parliament Tuesday, Mr. Holness brought a resolution to extend the state of emergency in the St. Catherine North Police Division for another 3 months. Since the imposition of the enhanced security measures, the division has seen a 26% decline in murders, shooting and serious crimes. And Prime Minister Holness argued that the extension would allow the security forces to further drive down crime and violence while restoring law and order.
Next phase of our operations is not so much now to go and detain the corner men. The next phase of the operation now is to use the space created, the peace created, the networks that we have uprooted to get to the masterminds, to get to the kingpins.
Parliament agreed and approved an extension for the area until October 2. In the meantime, the Prime Minister has moved to assuage concerns of the economic effects the state of emergency has on Montego Bay and St. Catherine North. He told Parliament Tuesday that the National Security Council would be reviewing restrictions imposed by curfews and closing times on the entertainment industry as well as businesses. Responding to questions about the impact of the state of emergency on this year's staging of Reggae Sumfest and other business activities, Mr. Holness said the security forces will progressively loosen freedom of movement within the state of emergency as conditions improve.
The issues that have been raised about the impact on commerce is something that I am sensitive to. And I wouldn't want in any way that the creative industries are affected by the imposition of a state of emergency. If we can find an accommodation, I will take a second look at it, Mr. Speaker.
On Wednesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness honoured 40 educators who have collectively given over 200 years of service to the sector.
Our students' lives, and indeed my own, have been enriched by your dedication and commitment. Education has a special place in my heart, and I am very happy to share with you on this special occasion.
The 40 honorees for the Prime Minister's Medal of Appreciation for Service to Education were chosen from 70 nominees who have served from the early childhood to tertiary levels of the education system.
The training that you have received and the exposure that you have received should now be internalized so that you hold your head up high wherever you go. That you become a leader and a role model in your community. Because the country has invested in you.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness is charged to the first batch of 209 recruits under his Jamaica National Service Corps JNSC program. The recruits successfully completed all 4 phases of the program, which included a modified version of the JDF's military training, vocational and on-the-job training, as well as voluntary service.
Today is a celebration of all that is right with Jamaica. It is a celebration of endurance and achievement. It is a celebration of hope and indeed a celebration of faith. Government, families, and the wider Jamaica has in your ability to exceed expectation and live a life of which we all can be abundantly proud.
The JNSC is part of the Learn, Earn, Give, Save initiative of the HOPE program for unattached youth ages 18 to 24 years old. And that's how we close out Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.
As of May 31, whenever you are making local calls, you will have to use the area code 876 before you dial the existing 7-digit numbers in your contact list. This is because Jamaica will be receiving a new area code, 658. Yes, all Little Island will now have 2 area codes, and to ensure you're calling the right person, you will have to dial 10 digits. Don't worry, if this is new to you, you still have time to get used to it, because there is a 5-month permissive dialing period where you will be constantly reminded. 10-digit dialing, another step in making Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. Montegonians and those who don't mind a drive out, the popular Fletcher Beach in St. James has reopened in time for the summer. The Urban Development Corporation UDC has redeveloped the beach, providing access for school trips or individuals who just want to take a swim. Take a look.
A dedicated steward of the environment, the Urban Development Corporation, UDC, has been seeing to the preservation and development of beaches across the island. The aim is to provide access to clean, safe and affordable public beaches.
What we have committed to do with the Prime Minister's mandate is to make sure that in our compelling story to achieve Vision 2030, we deliver to the public restored or enhanced beaches.
The continued development of beaches in Montego Bay is part of the Waterfront Rehabilitation Project. This area was developed by the UDC in 1974 through a process of land reclamation. The work will include the repairs of groins along Closed Harbour, Walter Fletcher and One-Man beaches. This will strengthen the breakwater system to prevent erosion of the beach. The overall development will cost approximately $3 million. However, the UDC has secured funding of $600,000 from the German government through the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center, 5Cs, to begin work on the groins. The work will also support the sustainability of a state-of-the-art marine park at Closed Harbour Beach.
So there we'll be building the 16-acre first-class beach park in the Caribbean. It will have 5 different zones, active and passive, with jogging trails. It's gonna have spaces for the beach, cabanas, umbrellas, all the amenities that the people come to expect from Ocean City.
To ensure that the people and visitors of Montego Bay will have access to public beaches, the corporation renovated and reopened the Walter Fletcher Beach, having resumed management of the property after leasing it for a number of years. This first phase of development at the popular beach facility is funded by the Tourism Enhancement Fund. The beach is opened from Wednesday to Sunday and can be accessed at $500 for adults and $200 for children.
The slide is very good and the beach is good. Everything is good.
It is very good. I love here. Thank you for doing this.
I'm enjoying everything right here.
It's good to be a part of this. We always support recreational activities. And thanks to our partners at TEF and the Ministry of Tourism, who have been our major benefactors, we've been able to carry out some initial rehabilitation works here to reopen the facility to the public. We see it very important that we retain these beach parks as social and civic spaces for our people to enjoy. And we are there along with our partners of NEPA to ensure there is added protection and that people are able to access their beach at an affordable price.
I really feel good that it opened back. You know, and it was a nice beach from a long time. So we're very glad that it opened, that we can come with our families and friends and enjoy ourselves.
This is a prime public beach in Montego Bay. But much will be done to change the experience and the conversation about the entire waterfront. It will add to the dimension of attractions and attract more people. It also means our capacity will improve because we can now have more visitors who will find something to do that is interesting and attractive.
We have always find it a pleasure to work with UDC in seeing to it that their projects is carried out on time and their whole planning and is seamless when it comes to the council.
Other developments slated for Montego Bay are the divestment and development of the Catherine Hall Entertainment Complex and development of coastline real estate properties in Seaside and Success North. If you are an interested investor in these properties, then
I really advise the folks to get together with consortiums so that they can create the capital needed to develop that. It's two huge sites for major hotel programs. And I would like to see our Jamaican people invest in that too.
The Urban Development Corporation, making development happen for you. To learn more about the work of the Urban Development Corporation, call 876-656-8031 or visit their website at udcja.com. You may also follow them on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit their information center on the ground floor, Kingston Mall, downtown Kingston.
Get legal advice for free. Yes, free! From the Mobile Justice Unit. The Mobile Justice Unit makes scheduled stops in towns across the country, and the unit is open for stops at community meetings and school expos. Get free consultation on matters to do with land, immigration, divorce, job redundancy or termination, custody and maintenance. The Mobile Justice Unit, providing access to timely justice outcomes. To request a visit, contact the Legal Aid Council, 131 Tower Street, downtown Kingston, or call them at 922-3761.
Common law relationships are normal occurrences in Jamaica, and there is a law that recognizes such unions. Even if one partner passes, the other can be assured of benefiting from the loved one's assets. For the rules governing that provision, watch this.
Anna, why are you knocking down my door? What is it?
Jackie, I don't know what to do. From Jason dead, I have nothing to give to the children, and I don't know where to turn.
So why you didn't go down to the Administrator General's department, the place I told you about the other day?
Lord Jackie, I know you try to help me, but remember say me and Jason never did marry,
What do you mean by that, Anna? The law say, if a single man and a single woman live together as husband and wife for 5 years and more, immediately before death, then he or she is considered a spouse.
Really? That mean me can't get something then? Cause boy, it rough,
Yes, man, just go down there, tell them about the case, that Jason died, leaving no will, house and children under 18 years. Go down there and see what them can do for you.
A true you talking, Jackie. Where you say the place there again?
Down a waterfront, man. 12 Ocean Boulevard. Go down there, talk to them, and see if them can help you.
Okay, I'm going down there right now.
Good morning, madam. How are you?
Good morning, miss. I hear that the Administrator General's department can help me. You see, my children, them father died, leaving me with the 2 pitney them, and I'm me alone I care for them.
Did he leave a will?
Will, ma'am. After Jason never ready for dead, how come him come from work and drop down dead? My friend tell me say under the law, I'm considered a spouse. By the way, who is a spouse?
Under the Interstates, Estates and Property Charges Act, a spouse is a single man and woman living together as husband and wife for 5 years or more. By living together, the two persons should not have been separated at any time during the 5 years immediately before death. A surviving spouse includes a person who is legally married. That is, he or she went in front of a pastor and took the vow of marriage. If Anna meets the requirements, she can hire an attorney at law or go to the legal aid clinic to apply for an order from the court declaring that she's a spouse. Some of the questions the court will look at are: did Anna and Jason break up during the 5 years? Did Jason have any children born in the same year as Anna's children? The court will also want to know if Anna or Jason were married before and not divorced. Once the order has been granted, the spouse would be entitled to benefit from the estate of the deceased. For further information, you can visit the Administrator General's Department in Kingston, 3rd floor at the Office Center Building, 12 Ocean Boulevard, or call us at 922-183023. You can also visit our Western office at the 2nd floor of the National Housing Trust Building at 42B Union Street, Montego Bay, St. James. Telephone 630-4261. Our website is at www.agd.gov.jm. That's the Administrator General's Department, securing your legacy.
In the event that a hurricane should come, I think I could manage. As I know today you need to batten down your house and you need to get stuff in place, you know?
I know some of the essential things that you need to have prepared for the hurricane season, you know, like ensuring that you have like the essential food and ensure that certain stuff are battened down and so forth.
My canned stuff and my lantern and candles and matches and, you know, little things to help my neighbors as well as my surroundings.
This is where the magazine closes for today. Thank you so much for turning the pages with us. Please stay connected via our social media networks. We are just a click away. Until next time, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.